What topics will be covered on the exam? The College Board has provided us with a list of topics that will be covered on the exam. This list is important because it tells us exactly what we need to learn to perform well on the exam. Let's cover that list now. The list is in chronological order. 1. Pre-Columbian Society. Early peoples of the Americas. American Indian civilizations located in Mesoamerica, the Southwest, and the Mississippi Valley. Culture of the American Indian civilizations. 2. Colonial era, 1492 until 1690. First European contact with the American Indians. The Spanish Empire in the Americas. The French colony in modern-day Canada. The English colonies from New England to the south. Servitude to slavery in the Chesapeake region. Religions in the American colonies. Colonial resistance to authority. Bacon's Rebellion, Glorious Revolution, and the Pueblo Revolts. 3. The colonies of North America, 1690 until 1754. Population growth. Immigration. Seaports and the growth of international trade. 18th century back country. Development of slavery and plantations. Enlightenment and the Great Awakening. Imperial policy in British North America. 4. The American Revolution era, 1754 until 1789. The French and Indian War. Resistance to British rule. The American Revolutionary War. State constitutions. The Articles of Confederation. The Federal Constitution. 5. The Republic, 1789 until 1815. George Washington and Alexander Hamilton. The Federalists and Republicans. Education for women. The Second Great Awakening. Thomas Jefferson's presidency. American Indian resistance to Western expansion. Free black communities and slavery. The War of 1812. 6. The economy and society in antebellum America. Transportation revolution. Creation of a national market economy. Industrialization. Changes in social class structures. Immigration and the natives. The Cotton South, yeomen, farmers, planters, and slaves. 7. Politics in antebellum America. The Second Party System. Federal authority. Judicial federalism, the Bank War, tariffs, and states' rights. Jacksonian democracy. 8. Religion in antebellum America. Evangelical Protestant revival. Social reformations. Ideals of domesticity. Transcendentalism and utopian communities. The American Renaissance. 9. Manifest destiny. Removal of the American Indians. Western migration. Territorial acquisitions. The Mexican-American War. 10. The Union. Pro-slavery and anti-slavery debate. Compromise of 1850 and popular sovereignty. The Kansas-Nebraska Act. The Republican Party. The election of 1860, Abraham Lincoln. Secession. 11. The Civil War. War planning, mobilization, resources, and internal dissent. Military strategies. Foreign policy. Emancipation Proclamation. Social, political, and economic effects of the Civil War. 12. Reconstruction. Presidential Reconstruction. Radical Reconstruction. Southern state governments. Role of African Americans. Compromise of 1877. Impact of Reconstruction. 13. The New South. Sharecropping and crop lien system. Industrialization. Jim Crow and disenfranchisement. 14. The West in the 19th century. The Western Railroads. Industry in the West. Mines, ranchers, homesteaders, and American Indians. American Indians and government policy. Demographics of the West. Human settlements' impact on the environment. 15. Late 19th century America. Corporate consolidation. Technological developments on industry. Unions. Corporate America's political influence. Migration and immigration. Social Darwinism and social gospel. 16. Urbanism in the late 19th century. Urbanization of America. Problems of cities. Machine politics. Popular entertainment. Intellectual and cultural movements. 17. Populism and progressivism. Agrarian discontent of the late 19th century. Political issues of the late 19th century. Creation of progressive reform. Roosevelt, Taft, and Wilson. Changing women's roles. African Americans' civil rights. 18. America as a world power. American imperialism. War in Europe. World War I and American neutrality. Treaty of Versailles. Society and economy in post-World War I era. 19. The 1920s. American business and the consumer economy. Harding, Coolidge, and Hoover. The culture of modernism. Religious fundamentalism, nativism, and prohibition. Equality for African Americans and women. 20. The Great Depression and the New Deal. Causes of the Great Depression. The Hoover's administration's response. The New Deal. Roosevelt. Labor and unions. The New Deal debate. Supporters and critics. American society during the Great Depression. 21. World War II. Fascism in Japan, Italy, and Germany. Policy of neutrality. The attack on Pearl Harbor. United States declaration of war. The Multi-Front War. Wartime conferences and diplomacy. The United States in the atomic age. 22. Wartime at home. Mobilization of the economy. Demographic changes. Women, work, and family life. Civil liberties and civil rights. Regional development. Expansion of the government's power. 23. The early Cold War era. Origins of the Cold War. Truman and containment. Cold War in Asia. Policies of Eisenhower and Kennedy. The Red Scare and McCarthyism. Impact of the Cold War on American life. 24. The 1950s. Emergence of the Civil Rights Movement. The Affluent Society. Suburbia and middle-class America. Cultural rebels. Changes in science, technology, and medicine. 25. The 1960s. The Great Society. Expanding civil rights. Cold War in the 60s. Detente. Anti-war movement. 26. Politics and economics in the late 19th century. Election of 1968. Nixon's Vietnam War. Watergate scandal. American economy, energy crisis, deindustrialization, and service economy. Reagan Revolution. End of the Cold War. 27. Society and culture in the late 19th century. Demographic changes. Revolution in biotechnology, mass communication, and computers. Politics. 28. The United States in post-Cold War era. Globalization, foreign policy, rise of terrorism, environmental issues.